The little bell that wouldn't ring. In the town market square stood a large church, and in the church tower lived 4 bells. They were very, very old, except for the smallest one, which was new. Winter came and the bells started practicing for Christmas. "Now listen carefully," said the biggest bell. It had a fat golden tummy. "Well, that's nothing," said the silver bell. Said the bronze bell. And now it was the turn of the smallest bell. "Come on," said the big bells, trying to encourage it. "Swing, swing, and swing, and—" The big bells listened. "I can't hear anything at all," said the golden bell. "That's because it's not ringing," explained the silver bell. "Oh dear," said the bronze bell, sighing. "Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear," echoed the other bells. Then they had a rest. Felita the dove fluttered onto the ledge below the bells. She loved the sound of bells, especially at Christmas time. She knew the old ones very well. They told her about the new one that didn't want to ring. Felita looked at the little bell with a worried expression on her face and waited for it to ring. Evening came. Felita was still waiting. The moon rose. Bats came out of the belfry. A screech owl flew past. But still the little bell refused to ring. Felita's eyes closed. The next morning she flew to the river. High up in a poplar tree lived Carol the clever crow. Felita landed on a branch. "The little bell refuses to ring," she told Carol. "Caw, caw." "Nice words will help," said the friendly crow. "Nice words? Which ones?" "I don't know," cawed Carol. "I only know that nice words always help." Felita flew back to town. In the market square stood a large Christmas tree. Felita sat at the top and watched the morning sun turn the towers gold. Those were nice words. Felita spread her wings and glided towards the bell tower. "Morning sun," she called. The little bell listened closely, but it didn't ring. At midday, Felita met her friend Ringlebert outside the bakery in the market square. "Nice words." Ringlebert waddled to and fro. Then he had an idea. "Cake crumbs," he shouted to the little bell. Doves and pigeons flew down from all directions looking for a treat. But still, the little bell didn't ring. "Sorry, but we needed nice words for the little bell," explained Felita. The doves and pigeons understood, waggled their heads, and flew away in all directions. They searched for nice words in the town and by the river. They glided over the fields and forest all the way to the mountains. They found nice words everywhere and took them to the little bell. Christmas pudding, fairy tale, chocolate, snowflake. The little bell listened closely, but it didn't ring. The doves and the pigeons flew across the sea to different countries. They came back with lots of nice words, such as Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad. But still, the little bell didn't ring. I give up, groaned Felita that evening as she settled down in her nest under the roof of the town hall. What do you give up? Squeaked a voice from the attic. A family of mice lived in there. Looking for nice words. Oh, I know the nicest words in the world, squeaked Maurice Mouse. Come here, everyone. And soon the attic was full to bursting. Maurice stood on a pile of books and he announced, Cheddar, Swiss, Provolone. And all the mice cheered. Maurice waved his feet in the air. Smelly cheese! Hooray! Cheered the mice, and they all rushed off to the church tower to tell the little bell the nicest words they knew. The little bell listened closely, but still it didn't ring. Now I really do give up, groaned Felita. Well, the next day she was sitting on the fountain, wondering what else she could do. Two people passed by coming from the Christmas market. I love you, were the words that Felita heard, and the eyes of the two people were sparkling. Oh, I must remember those words, she said to herself. She waddled as fast as she could across the market square. I love you, oops! She had bumped into Ringlebert, who was also hurrying across the marketplace but from the opposite direction. Oh, he cooed happily when he recovered from the surprise. And I love you too. Felita and Ringlebert flew up to the little bell and told it their new favorite words. The little bell listened closely, but even then, it still refused to ring. It was now Christmas Eve, and the big bells were in full swing. Felita and Ringlebert were sitting on the belfry ledge. Carol came from the river and fluttered around the little bell. How does it sound? She asked. Like complete silence, grumbled Ringlebert. None of the nice words made any difference, Felita said with a sigh. Caw, caw. Nice words always help, said Carol. Lights were being switched on in all of the houses, and the stars were twinkling in the sky. What's that? Ringlebert asked suddenly. A tiny light was crossing the night sky. It's a light from Bethlehem, exclaimed Carol. Every year, it goes all around the world with a message of peace for everyone. Peace, cooed Felita and Ringlebert. And the little bell listened very closely. The doves and the pigeons gathered on the ledge, and Carol's friends came from the poplar tree to join them. The mice came too, jostling one another to get the best places. Rang the big golden bell. The silver bell chimed in. Echoed the bronze bell. And the little bell, it swung, swung, and swung, and peace to all, peace to all. The big bells joined in. The doves and the pigeons swayed to and fro on the ledge, and the mice began to dance, and all the crows cawed happily. Peace on earth, peace to all. And that includes you. Perhaps you can hear the little bell ringing to wish you peace. The end.